So what I'd like to go over now are some terms or acronyms that you'll run across while in the industry, such as AFTRA and SAG. AFTRA is the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. SAG is Screen Actors Guild. These are the two unions that govern the industry. They've now merged into one to now be called SAG-AFTRA. Some of the other terms, agency commission. That's the money we make off booking you on jobs. Currently, agency commission is 20%. If you are SAG eligible and you work a SAG project, then the agency commission is 10%. If you are SAG and you work a SAG project, then we only take the 10% above. I will go into explaining agency commissions later on in a different video. Booking agent, those are the people who book you on the jobs. They're the ones that get you the jobs. Casting. Casting is an interview where you go to be booked on the job. At a casting, you will have a casting agent and a casting director. Those two are basically the same thing. The difference between a casting agent and a casting director, casting agent is the actual person that sees you. Casting director is the one who sets it up. Commercial. Commercial is a type of market in which you are in. We are in a commercial market, which means most of the jobs are for actors, for products, or basically services. Composite card, which is known as a comp card, that's what models use. It's kind of like their headshot. Actors use headshots, models use comp cards. Day rate is the rate you are paid for a full day. Now, a day can be 8 hours, 10 hours, or 12 hours. So a half day could be 4 hours, 5 hours, or 6 hours. Whenever you are booked on a job and they are giving you a day rate or a half day rate, please make sure that you know the extended hours in which you'll be working. Fitting. A fitting is where you go to try on the outfit that you'll be wearing. Fittings are done for model shoots as well as for commercials and acting. Because they're putting you in certain outfits that you'll be acting in, you'll normally go the day before and they will fit you for your clothing. Headshot, we did talk about a headshot. Headshot is what actors use. It's an 8x10 photo of themselves. Hold. Hold is a term that can be used for a couple different things. When you're on the job, they may say, okay, we're not quite done with you yet, so we're gonna put you over in holding. Hold can also be where I call you up after an audition and I say, hey, the client is really looking at you. They're not sure if they're gonna book you yet, so they wanna put you on hold. For an audition, if you're put on hold, basically you have to hold that day open. So if they say, hey, look, we're not sure we're gonna book you yet, but we wanna put you on hold for Friday, that means you need to keep that day open. Now, because they did put you on hold, they have to release you 24 hours before that day, otherwise they have to pay for that day. Hold can also be if you've done a commercial and the commercial has run for its first 13 weeks and they decide, hey, we want to hold this commercial, we're not canceling the commercial yet, but we're going to put it on hold. If they do put a commercial on hold, they have to pay you to put that commercial on hold. Because if you did a Pepsi job and they hold that commercial, you can't work for Coke. So they have to pay you for holding that commercial. Rate is an hourly fee, or we charge the client for you. So in other words, your rate is $125 an hour. That is the rate in which you'll be paid hourly. Release. Release can be a couple different things. Release can be you go to a job and they have you sign a release form. It can be considered a model release, an actor's release. I ask that you please read everything in that release. If there is something that is in that release that we did not discuss ahead of time, such as they say they're going to use it on billboard, and we didn't talk about being on billboard, I want you to take a picture of the release, call us, and we'll talk about it. A release can also be, I'm releasing you from hold. A release can also be, I'm releasing you for the day. Those are some of the meanings of release. Residuals. This is the best word in the business. This is pay that you get for jobs that you've already done. In other words, they did a commercial and they keep airing that commercial over and over in different markets. You get paid ongoing for that as long as they keep using that commercial. Residuals for TV shows. Every time they re-air that TV show, if your contract includes residuals, then you'll get paid additional money every time that TV show comes back on, or that episode that you're in. Residuals is also for movies, for the sales of DVD or the release to Netflix, stuff of that nature. So this is just continuing money you get for something you've already done. The last term that I want to go over is usage. Usage sometimes gets confused with residuals. Usage is when they use the image or they use the commercial for a certain amount of time. So usage could be 13 weeks, we're going to use this commercial, and you get paid a certain amount of money. Residuals is they play it outside of the usage market, so you get paid additional. Photos are usage for time period. We're going to use this photo for 3 months. We're going to use this photo for 6 months. So that's what usage is. So sometimes it does get confused with residuals, but it is different than residuals.